Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be ranking every single mainline Zelda game. As part of a poll I did asking you guys a while back on what type of tier list videos you guys wanted to see, this and the Animal Crossing Villagers were tied for last place, and I figured I would do this one now because it would be quicker and easier for me to do. Now, I haven't played or finished all of them, so I have like the tiers here, S, A, B, C, D, and I haven't played enough of or at all. Be sure to check out this guy, Silent Night. I think I actually recognize that guy, but on X or whatever, Twitter. Now, I said a few videos ago that I would be doing a browsing my Switch album in 2024 video, and I just been delaying that video to heck and back like so many times. And I promised that will be the next video I do after this. So if I don't do it, if I somehow still don't do it, feel free to unsubscribe. But I promise that that's going to be the next video I do after this one. So tomorrow you'll see that video for you guys that are watching this video right now. So anyway, let's go over the tier list, shall we? Probably this will be a short tier list because again, I haven't played all of them or beaten them all. So yeah, let's just get right into it, shall we? So starting things off with Oracle of Ages and Seasons. Well, I'm gonna put Ages in I forgot which one. I think I played Seasons, a little bit of Seasons, but not enough of it. And Ages I haven't played at all, so those are all going down there. Same goes for Four Swords, whatever this is. I don't know, I haven't played any of the Four Swords games. I'm also gonna put this one there. I can't even read what that says. Four Swords something. I don't know what that says. Well, either way, we are off to a rough start here because now we got Wind Waker. This list doesn't include the remakes, remasters, whatever, because they're basically the same games, with some added bells and whistles. I have played this one more, than Oracle Seasons, which I only played for like a few minutes so far, and the other games I haven't played at all, but I still haven't played it that much. So I probably will put it in the bottom tier because I haven't beaten it yet or played even enough of it, but I do want to say that it is interesting. I don't like, this is mostly likely a me problem though, I don't like how I'm playing on the Wii U version, the HD remaster, whatever, and for some reason, when I was playing it, the screen kept popping up, like the Wii U gamepad disconnected, like every few seconds or whatever, then it would go away. It was weird. It only happened in that game and a little bit, like once or twice in Twilight Princess HD, but no other game had that, so it was only the Zelda games, and it was mostly, again, Wind Waker, so I don't know what the issue was, so that's been kind of, annoying. But besides that, the game has been pretty good, but I should probably not rank it, so I should probably say, I have played this for quite a bit, so, you know what, I'm gonna put it right now for B tier. I could change my mind, I could change the tier list, later on, but I think that's a good placement for it for now, especially considering my circumstances with, again, the issue with my thing with the gamepad, I don't know. Anyway, next up we got Miniscap, which I played a lot of, both on my Wii U and then also Switch, and I really like this game a lot. In fact, I might say A tier, actually. I really like the setting, I like the graphics, like the mechanics are cool. I don't know, I really like it a lot. Again, I might move around this list later, but I think that's a good placement for now. Twilight Princess. Like I said, I had some issues with this one, just like with Wind Waker, but not as much. This has been way more smooth on my Wii U. No issues really that much, and I've been really enjoying it a lot. Honestly, probably another A tier. I really like that game a lot. Yeah, I don't know, it's just good. So yeah, Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks I haven't played, so there you go. Link Between Worlds, nope. Try Force Heroes. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. So now we got to the Zelda games I actually have played and mostly finished at this point. So Breath of the Wild. Very controversial game actually nowadays. Of course, it's seen as revolutionary, best open world game of decades or whatever, but lots of people say it's not a true Zelda game similar to Tears of the Kingdom, but it was my first Zelda game. It was the reason I got into Zelda in the first place. And for that, I'm going to say S tier because it's a great game. I was interested in the game. I had a Wii U. I didn't have a Switch for the longest time, but I was like, maybe I'll get it eventually on my Wii U or maybe Switch if I do get it. I was still hoping for a Switch. I didn't get into Christmas of 2017. But then I actually picked up Breath of the Wild the same day as Mario Tennis Aces release day. I was gonna get Mario Tennis Aces, and then I saw Breath of the Wild was there, and I'm like, I want to get that. So I figured to buy it, alongside Mario and Mario Tennis Aces, and I actually played Breath of the Wild way more than Mario Tennis Aces, and I ended up loving the game, and I wanted to get into the rest of the Zelda series because of it. So I'm gonna say S tier, and the same goes for Tears of the Kingdom 2. I know this one is even more controversial for the Zelda fandom. Some people say it sucks compared to Breath of the Wild, or it's not as revolutionary, which is true because it is an iterative version of what was already established with Breath of the Wild. But I think it still does a lot new, and it still is fun, unique, and has a lot of things going for it. I really can't pick which one I prefer. Like, Breath of the Wild holds a special place in my heart, but I think Tears of the Kingdom is the overall better game, even though I think some plot points and some stuff is better in Breath of the Wild. Like, I hate the repeated dialogue about the secret stones, Demon King, whatever, which people complain about. But overall, they're both pretty equal to me. I think I might have to say Tears of the Kingdom is the overall better game, but I love both of these games basically equally. So yeah. Skyward Sword. You know what? I'm gonna say S tier. Again, I might move this later, but I'm gonna say S tier. I played the Wii version. I couldn't wait for the HD remaster on Switch, plus it cost more money, so I figured I would just get it on the Wii U eShop because it was only $20, and I had a great time with the game. I actually really liked the motion controls. I felt that they were very intuitive, on the Switch. You have to recalibrate it. You don't have a Wii sensor bar, even though the motion controls are better than the Wii. But because of the sensor bar, I think it just makes things so much better with Skyward Sword. And the story is really heckin' good. I love the story in Skyward Sword. One of the best Zelda stories ever, in my opinion. And lots of people kind of talk up the Zelda stories. They're fine. Most of them are kind of okay, like, I don't really think about much of the Zelda stories, but Skyward Sword is where I actually think about stuff, and I actually think it's a really good story. So yeah, I really like this game. Next up, we got A Link to the Past, which I played a lot of. I believe I played 9-10 hours of this game, and I haven't beaten it yet, but I think I have played. This is the same case for Wind Waker, and Minish Cap and Twilight Princess as well. I don't know if I specified this, but I haven't beaten these games, but I have played way more of them where I feel like I can make a good judgment on the games. If you think I don't, then feel free to dislike the video, I guess. But for A Link to the Past, this game is... I have a weird history with this game. I played it a lot on the Switch Online service in handheld mode, and I had a decent fun with it, but I was trying to go for 100%. This was around the time when I was trying to get 100% in every game I played, but eventually I stopped doing that, and now I'm just kind of stuck on where to go. Like, it's very confusing where to go, and this is the same case for some Zelda games too, like some parts of the Minish Cap, for example, but I can usually figure it out eventually. With A Link to the Past, it's been stuck on like the same place for like 2 hours now or something. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say B tier for now. Again, might move this lower or higher, whatever. But it is a good game, but I think it's just a little bit too confusing for me. The original Legend of Zelda. It started it all. I might say C tier, honestly. Like, I don't know. I might move it, but like honestly, again, it started it all. It was like an original open world game, which is nice to see. I mean, this is what started the Zelda series, so it's kind of nice to see the newer Zelda go back to its actual roots and not the puzzle, dungeon crawling, whatever stuff. But it's still very archaic, but I think it is a fun time. I think it's way better than something like Mario Bros, on the NES. Like Mario Bros is good fun, but this has more meat to it, has more depth. I think it ages a bit better, but even still, I think I would rather play other Zelda games. The Adventure of Link. The Adventure of Link. I'm gonna put this probably in C tier. Again, might move this. I keep saying that a lot in this video. But I have a weird history with this game. I beat both of these games, The Adventure of Link, I kind of like it, actually. I kind of like the battling system. I like how it's like in 2D. Like I like a lot of it, but it's very, very difficult. Even if you're using rewind, save states, it's just so hard, and it's kind of, you know what, it's just full on like BS, like it's just really like that. And I think that the only way to play it fairly is to use rewind, save states, and all that stuff, because otherwise I think you'll be stuck on this game for like ever. Like this game is just so brutally difficult, but I kind of like it. Like, like again, like the mechanics, I think it's good. Like the side scrolling stuff, like, with the 2D, like, I don't know, I like it. Like it's very interesting. But yeah, I have a weird history with this game. So next up we got Link's Awakening. This is using the logo of the remake, which is the one I played, though I have played a bit of the original one. But I completed the remake, and I really like this game. I might say B tier, I think I might say B tier. Again, might move this later. Sorry for keep repeating the same things again. Take a sigh every time I say that, but I think this is a good placement for it, at least for now. I like the story. It's very interesting, with the dream setting. I actually like, in terms of the remake, I actually like the art style and like the silvery things on the borders of like the screen. It's like kind of blurry on the sides, and that kind of makes it feel like a dream. People don't like that. Again, people don't like the art style because it's too toyish, but I actually like it. So like, I don't know, I really like the game. Probably not something I would go back to, besides playing the original Game Boy one, just to see where it was. But I probably wouldn't, like, I attempted to go back to it to play like the hard mode or whatever, but I just didn't get far into it because, I mean, I don't know, it's just not the type of game, probably most other Zelda games besides, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, that I just feel like I want to replay, so I think that's a good placement for it for now. Ocarina of Time. I have beaten this game and actually got 100% on it, and I can definitely see why people say it's one of the greatest of all time, and I think I have to agree with them. It is a great game. I do have some issues with the game, though. It has been dated. I think some people don't like to admit that some of the games are dated. They can still be good, but they are still dated. I think more people are coming around to Ocarina of Time being a little bit dated, which is why more and more want a remake of the game, even though I don't think it will ever happen. But, you never know, I guess. But still, people, love this game so much, but I think the mechanics are a little bit rough at points. But I think it's still a really good game that still does age really well and has a great story. I like the time travel stuff, and yeah, I really like it. So yeah, Majora's Mask, the last one here, last but not least. I think I might have to say So I played this game for a bit. I haven't beaten it yet. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not that far into it, but I have played it for a couple hours, and I don't know. I might put this in B tier. Like, again, I have played this for a bit, and I like it, but at the same time, I feel like it's just kind of too stressful for me, you know? I feel too much stress having to worry about the 3-day cycle or whatever. I do like the darker aspect of it, you know, how it is like an impending doom, you know, and you have to see these people's lives over and over again, like you Groundhog's Day style. But I don't know, I just feel kind of it's overwhelming to me, but you know, that's just me. So that's it. Now I'm gonna definitely rearrange this tier list. So let me see. Honestly, I think I'm gonna move Skyward Sword to A tier, along with Twilight Princess, Menace Cap. B tier. I think that's fine. I might move The Adventure of Link to D. Like, I don't think it's bad, but I think it might be the roughest Zelda game, you know? And, like, these other ones, you know, I haven't played. I can't really judge them. Let me see. Honestly, I don't know, man. This is kind of hard, actually. I say this like every tier list video, but I kind of preferred like how it is in the original Zelda, you know. But like I can see why. I don't know. Maybe I'll put this A Link to the Past. I don't know. I might put this down a peg. Yeah, I might put this down. Just because of the puzzle elements are a little bit meh. Like, there's like too much puzzles going on. Honestly, this is not that bad. Let me see. Let me put Tears of the Kingdom above. Let me order this exactly how I want it. So, Tears of the Kingdom above Breath of the Wild, and then Ocarina of Time. Let's see. Skyward Sword, I think fits. Twilight Princess, the Menace Cap, I think makes sense. I think actually B makes sense too, you know, even though I have played fully Link's Awakening. I've heard those good things about Wind Waker, but yeah, I think that's fine, you know. A Link to the Past, and then the original Zelda, and then The Adventure of Link. I'll move the Link's Awakening down a peg. But honestly, I think this is a good tier list, you know? It feels weird that I haven't played these games, you know, but they're either on the 3DS, you know, or they're sequels to games, you know, that I haven't finished yet, like the Wind Waker, or they're on the GameCube, which, you know, it's really hard for me to play GameCube games. But eventually I will play through more of the games. Obviously, you know, I am working my way towards Seasons. I want to play more of it, and I get to Ages. Eventually I'll get to Spirit Tracks and the Phantom Hourglass, you know, once I finish Wind Waker. I don't know if I ever get to the Four Swords games, you know, but the Zelda stuff, you know, Triforce Heroes and A Link Between Worlds, I think that would be kind of cool to check out. You know, I do have a modded 3DS, so, you know, I could do something there, even though it's technically my brother's. But anyways, I think that's a good tier list, guys. Hopefully you don't hate me for my opinions. I think this is a pretty solid list. Again, be sure to check out This Guy Silent Night on Irks or Twitter. And yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this video. Again, tomorrow for you guys, I promise that will be the Browsing the Switch album in 2024 video. I promise. If I still somehow don't, you can unsubscribe. I give you full permission, but I will do it. Okay? Anyway, that's it. Thank you, Nillis Edom, Damian Grace, Sparkly Brawler, and Scythe for becoming YouTube or Patreon members. Like, subscribe, please, on Xenoblade, and I'll catch you guys next time for more. Peace. Bye, everyone.